Hello science fans, and welcome to SHE-ensya. Do you ever wonder what it's like to be in the wonderful world of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics? Let us hear from our SHE-ros, experts, students, and aspiring STEM advocates about what it's like to be passionate about science and technology. Join us in today's episode as we discuss what it's like to be a scientist-artist. There is a perceived dichotomy that a person is either creative or logical, artistic or scientific. We see this in brain lateralization theories, where left brain dominant people are believed to be more logical, process information in a linear manner, be analytical and identify important details, and move in an organized sequential manner. On the other hand, individuals who are right brain dominant are believed to be more creative and process things holistically, be more end-oriented as they are able to visualize this better, move randomly from task to task, and to use intuition to solve problems. The dichotomy even goes as far as our handedness having a play in our tendencies, in such that left-handed individuals would have better spatial awareness and would thus excel better in the fields of architecture and art, whereas right-handed individuals would have better verbal skills and also would better excel in the sciences. But given that 90% of the world's human population are right-handed, you should then expect that there would be more scientists and engineers. But only about 2% of the world's entire population are actually engaged in STEM careers. In contrast, it is also interesting to note that 1 in 4 Apollo astronauts were left-handed. I too am left-handed, and though I dabble in sketching and making videos, my primary training and passions lie in the sciences. Despite these blatant contradictions and observations, this dichotomy in thinking goes as far as to affect parenthood. There's actually this meme about Filipino parents dissuading their children from going into the arts because they don't see that as having the potential to create for bright futures. Which is quite ironic because I've seen a lot of Filipino parents adore the artists they watch on TV, and because also we've seen successful artists prove time and again how lucrative the arts can be and how impactful their works are to the world. But you know what? Should there even be a dichotomy between science and art? There is now a movement in the academe to dissolve this separation, and have now emerged with what is being called as the STEAM fields. Now, when I say STEAM, I'm not referring to the video game side. What? Although that is also equally awesome, but I'm referring to the fields of study that involve science and technology as expressed through engineering and the liberal arts and are highly grounded in mathematics. This perspective of looking at disciplines as interdisciplinary emphasizes the importance of both creativity and logic in creating innovative outputs. It also allows for an earlier understanding and training on how important communication skills are in conveying scientific principles, and on the corollary on how important it is to ground creative outputs in sound scientific and technological principles. It also helps to do away with notions that one discipline is better than the other. After all, there is good art and bad art. There is good science and bad science. But no one can really assert that art is better than science or science is better than art. And perhaps most importantly, the concept of STEAM disciplines emphasizes the 21st century need for interdisciplinary expertise. That although we can choose to specialize in a particular field, success in the 21st century is still dependent on our capacity to train up, adapt, and study different kinds of disciplines that can complement ours. And at the end of the day, it wouldn't be wise for us to ask the youth to choose between science and art because they can certainly do both. And this is best exemplified by our sheroes in this episode that have chosen to pursue their passion in both science and art.
Hello STEM fans, my name is Karla and I am a Multimedia Arts and Design graduate, and currently I am taking up Radiologic Technology in De La Salle Medical Health Sciences Institute.
Hello science fans, my name is Zoe Goding. You may also know me as future Dr. Zoe. I'm currently a third-year medical student studying at De La Salle Medical and Health Sciences Institute. I'm also a small-time YouTuber, and currently I started dabbling in being a streamer on Twitch.
Considering how multi-talented our sheroes are, I wonder what could have led them to continue the pursuit of their careers in STEM.
I remember as a kid, botany. When we were studying all of these plants and how they work, how they grew, I was like, wow, that's amazing. And then we started studying about animals, the human body, and physics, chemistry, everything. And I thought it was really interesting. Like, it felt great for myself when I could just understand how things work. And I feel like that drive or that desire to understand things is also what pushed me to pursue medicine, because understanding how the human body works, I feel like is very also interesting for me. So I think just that drive to understand things is what pushed me into STEM.
I chose the field of Radiologic Technology because it gives me the opportunity to learn how to see through what's inside the human body. Radtex, being the eye of medicine, it really helps the doctors understand what is wrong within the patient.
By golly, studying for the sciences is hard. Training for the arts is equally as difficult. Considering the pandemic of busyness that we are currently in, I wonder how our sheroes are able to balance their time between science and art.
Don't be illusioned that there's no time to pursue the things that you love anymore, because that's not good. I mean, I did that before. Like, I would focus just on med school, I'd focus just in my medical field, and then I would notice that I would start to feel burned out, or I would start to feel really sad. And when I'm sad or I had that empty feeling, it would affect the way I perform in my field as well. So what I did was I made sure that I still had time for my artistic outlets or my hobbies, things that made me happy.
Aside from being a student, I am also a volunteer graphic designer, and I am a member advocate of the 2030 Youth Force in the Philippines.
Having personally enjoyed the creative outputs of both these young ladies, I admire both their creativity and their tenacity. Considering that we need more women in the fields of STEAM, I wonder what kinds of difficulties they have encountered so that we can forewarn our next generation of scientist artists.
The difficult aspect for me is time management, kasi minsan hindi ko ma-weigh yung priorities ko. Mas nagfo-focus ako sa studies, tapos minsan nakakalimutan ko na yung org work ko. So kaya ngayon, ang ginagawa ko, I manage my time wisely. I plot kung ano yung mga dapat kong uunahin. Pero syempre, studies first.
So it kind of links to the previous question about making time. I feel like that's the most challenging thing about being a STEM artist, is because your schedule is a little bit crazy, and being a person in STEM, it actually requires a lot of your time to focus on what's happening. Like, for example, in medicine, for me, I really have to study, and most of my days, at least I think 6 to 8 hours in a day, I spend studying my lessons. And so to make time for my artisticness, I really have to decide, like, am I gonna work on my YouTube channel in the morning? Am I gonna work on it at night? And really just having a plan for everything is what I try to do to address that. And I find it kind of difficult sometimes, because the more I try to make sure I'm there in all of those places, I kind of get tired. So it's also good to remember to allow yourself to have time to rest as well.
Wow! So even though you can choose to do both science and art, it's certainly not a walk in the park. But of course, going into difficult ventures such as this will have its own rewards. So let's listen in once again to our sheroes to find out the most fulfilling aspect of being a STEM artist.
The most fulfilling aspect of being a STEM artist for me is having no regrets. Why? Kasi masaya ako sa ginagawa ko at sa accomplishments na nagagawa ko. Kaya Kaya ako pinagpapatuloy ang maging isang medical health professional.
Well, I feel like the most fulfilling aspect for me of being a STEM artist is that the people I am able to connect with. It kind of makes me feel very happy every time people tell me that my video contents help them, or that I was able to inspire them to pursue medicine, or I was able to help them understand things better. It kind of makes me feel really happy being able to encourage people to pursue medicine, or just being able to help them pursue a field that they want to pursue in their future.
As a lover of the sciences and a fan of the arts, I would love to see more of our next generation develop synergies between these two fields. So, let's hear one more time from our sheroes about their message to young Filipinas who are interested to pursue a career in both science and the arts.
Well, my advice is, it's possible. Don't feel discouraged when people say that you can't do it, you can't balance a career in STEM and be creative at the same time, or you can't balance a career in STEM and be a great wife, girlfriend, mother, whatever. It is possible. Don't let anyone's words discourage you or limit what you can achieve, because what you can achieve depends on you. How far you go depends on how much you want it. So my advice for you is, if you want to be in the STEM field, go for it. If you want to be creative, have a YouTube channel, have a television program, a podcast, create paintings, artworks to display, go for it. Never give up. Don't let other people's thoughts, actions, and feelings about it affect what you want to do. And don't let the fear of being unsuccessful, the fear of not making it also stop you from doing it, because you're never really gonna know unless you try.
Para sa lahat ng mga kapwa kong babae, fighting. Fighting lang talaga. Always keep your passion burning and always believe in yourself. Kasi malayo pa po ang mararating ninyo at magiging successful din kayo one day. Naniniwala po ako dahil masaya po ako na na-accomplish ko po yung mga gusto ko pong gawin.
Thank you so much to our sheroes for sharing with us your time, experiences, and helping empower fellow women in the field of STEAM. It truly is amazing to get a glimpse of what it's like to be a scientist artist. To our viewers, I hope you were able to learn something from our short video today. And if you did, I hope you can give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please don't hesitate to message me, your resident Filipina scientist, in the comments section below. Thank you very much, and see you around!